The climate crisis is intensifying, and children are bearing the burden of the impact. Children are uniquely affected by climate and environmental shocks. Compared with adults, they are physically more vulnerable to floods and storms. Their growing bodies are more harmed by polluted air, soil, and water, and they are less likely to survive deprivation of water and food as a result of droughts. East Asia and the Pacific is the worst-hit region in terms of children facing multiple, often overlapping climate and environmental shocks, hazards, and stresses. In East Asia and the Pacific, 140 million children are highly exposed to water scarcity, 120 million to coastal flooding, 210 million to cyclones, and 420 million children are highly exposed to air pollution. 65% of children in the East Asia and the Pacific region are exposed to 4 or more of these shocks, nearly twice as high as the global average, making the challenge in this region particularly acute. UNICEF is uniquely positioned to address the climate crisis. We work at the highest levels of government as well as within and directly with communities to create change. We've been working side by side with partners to provide children with access to essential social services in health, education, nutrition, protection, water, and sanitation. And now we are working to make essential services climate smart. For example, we are connecting water pumps, schools, and health clinics to renewable energy sources. And across social sectors, we are working to reduce the environmental footprint, improve energy efficiency, increase the cost-effectiveness and sustainability of services, while at the same time building community resilience, so that even with the increasing frequency of shocks, children can continue to receive water and sanitation, go to school, and have continued access to health services, so that they are better prepared and resourced, and the systems they rely on remain intact, functioning and durable before, during, and after shocks, so that children are ultimately still given the opportunities that they deserve. To ensure continued access to water services, we are building flood-proof water systems and exploring nature-based solutions to increase the yields of natural springs. We are also measuring changes in water levels and monitoring saline intrusion from rising sea levels. Climate education gives children and young people the tools to better protect themselves and their communities, as well as become agents of change with skills that are relevant to the growing green economy. UNICEF is pre-positioning essential health and nutrition supplies in areas impacted by climate change and ensuring continued access to healthcare facilities, fostering cleaner environments for children by assisting homes to stop using coal for heating and cooking through better insulation, energy efficiency, and connectivity to renewable sources. Monitoring air pollution levels in order to empower young people and communities to demand policy change. Children are the future, and yet opportunities, resources, skills, and safe spaces for them to proactively engage and influence policy processes are limited. To address this gap, we are supporting youth innovation labs, partnering with youth networks, and training them so that they can represent themselves in local, national, and international discussions. Children are leading the way, and we are here to support them and provide them with the platforms and access to decision makers so that they can have their voices heard. It's time to act. Just imagine if we provide climate education to all children in East Asia and the Pacific region. If we improve the way we manage water so that all children in East Asia and the Pacific region have safe water to drink and can access sanitation. If we create healthy environments and climate-smart health systems for all children to live, learn and play. If we work together and draw on our strengths to scale up action on climate change, join us so that we can provide a resilient and sustainable environment for every child, everywhere.